recording from the floor.
I'm recording from the chair.
Oh boy, that's pretty exciting. Hello everyone. Good evening, infidels.
Welcome to the Schauce podcast.
Yeah, Applesauce
Number
podcast,
2.
episode 2.
You might have seen our other videos where we play Cuphead or
The other game we played,
Femboy Bar Simulator.
we had to cut that episode because of some of the racially insensitive things you said. But so that one,
I did not say that.
That one will not be released to the channel, but we've got Cuphead and we've also got Secret of the Mimic. We might have some other shit as well.
I think we have a bunch of other shit.
We could have a bunch of other shit. Currently, as of recording this, we do not have a bunch of other shit. But we could eventually at some point. So
when will this channel come out? When are we thinking?
I honestly don't know because we still need channel art. I can't really splurge on commissions until I get my PC. So
yeah.
Until that happens,
what channel art do we need?
Well, we need thumbnails.
Yeah,
we need the background for the channel. I whipped up a quick one and it kind of looks like shit. So that's definitely not the final one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need that, and then we also need a background for this podcast because we don't have that yet. But
you're right.
But other than that,
it'll come out eventually. Yeah. It'll come out before the end of the year.
Yeah, before then, I just want to stockpile a ton of shit.
Yeah.
Before
this is being recorded in August.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long that takes.
Who knows when this will actually come out?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to have a whole bunch of like 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 different series just all stacked up ready to go.
That would be nice.
It would be very nice. It's just Hunter's he's not as dedicated to Let's Playing as I am.
Excuse me.
As we all know.
Did we not just play Angry Birds Go?
We did play Angry Birds Go for your channel.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Anyway.
Has anything cool happened in your world, Hunter?
I mean, not too much. I got a job.
Oh, wow.
I know it's kind of a swear word on the online space now, but I did get a job, and I'm very happy with it.
Nasty fuck.
Yeah, because I've been unemployed for the past it's been like half a month. Roughly.
Do you feel comfortable sharing the story of how you were terminated from your
boy
job?
Yeah,
I think that'd be kind of funny.
I can tell the story. So I worked at an unnamed location.
Yeah.
I won't say what it is. But I worked at a place that happens to have a point system for how much trouble you're in, basically. So you get 12 points, and if you started at 0 points, and then as you call off or do some other bullshit, which I'll explain in a minute, you get a point, and that will eventually, if you get 12, you get terminated, right?
I just want to throw my hat in the ring. That is the biggest load of horseshit on the entire planet.
Yeah.
That's such an awful system. Oh, I'm sick with measles. That's a point. Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, it's not exactly like that, but I will expand on that. So back in March and April, I was calling off. I called off probably 3 or 4 times, and so I knew that I had 4 points. I had 3 or 4. That's what I should have had, but apparently I had way more than that in April, because if you clock in even a minute late, even a second late, you get a point. You get half a point, I mean.
Ugh.
And it wasn't like I was being late on purpose. I'm usually a very responsible person when it comes to being on time and just being, to work. And, every other job I've ever had, it's been I clock in at, I went to work at 2, so I clock in at 2:01. No one gives a shit. And nobody should give a shit What does it matter that I'm ready to work and ready to be like, yes, sir, I'm ready to make a change in this establishment at 2:01 instead of 2 o'clock? There's no difference in my work ethic 1 minute, one millisecond after the clock turns after 2.
Right. I don't care what
Right.
what any asshole says. Clocking in 1 minute after your clock in time, it's not losing anyone any goddamn money. It does not fucking matter.
Genuinely,
It is a nothing issue.
1 second is like 0.001 cent in my paycheck.
It's
so
such
it's
a
like,
load of horse shit.
it's so bullshit. But yeah, so the reason why I was being a minute late, a good number of times, one, nobody told me this information that like if I clocked in a minute after, I would get half a point. I didn't know that, which racked me up a shit ton of points. The only reason I found out was because a coworker mentioned it, and not even to me. It was just like a passing dialogue or some shit. And so like a manager never told me this. I didn't know. Because why the fuck why would that even be a thing, right?
Like why would that even register?
So there was that, but also like I was in the building. Like I was either like the reason why I was a minute late was because I was probably like in the bathroom just taking a piss before I go to work, right? Mm-hmm. Like I was in the building ready to go. I was just taking a piss or something like that where I'm like just preparing myself for the shift.
To be fair, Hunter, you could have clocked in and then went to piss.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
You're right. And I did actually start doing that.
It's a good idea.
I did start clocking in and pissing.
Because then, not only are you not getting points off, they're paying you to piss.
True.
You're pissing on company time. They're paying you to do that.
I know. It's very true. So I would do that. I would rack up those points as well as the points from the absences. So I had way more than I thought I did, and I didn't know that until I had to. I was up to like 9, I think, out of 12, and I was like, okay, I got to be a good boy now, and I was. From April to July of this year, 2025, I was the best boy. You'd ever seen. I was the best. I was the employee that would clock in, be ready for the shift, and just like crush it. And my managers, they didn't like me at first. Actually, one of my managers, my head manager, he didn't like me all too much. I don't really know why. I think it was just because I was a Gen Zer.
He's probably homophobic. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably homophobic.
Yeah. He doesn't like gay people very much. Which is why he doesn't like you.
No. Because remember what I told you? He would put his hands on my shoulders sometimes.
He
and it wasn't just me that he did.
Penis between your butt cheeks too.
Yeah,
it wasn't just strange thing to do.
It wasn't just me that he did this with, but
whoa! Dude, were you working with like Harvey Weinstein or some shit?
No. I'm making it. We're making it sound a lot worse than it was.
He fondled my nutsack every morning.
No. It sounds a lot worse than it actually was. Which is what a victim would say.
No, that's what he's paying you to say. Add those in the contract.
No. So I have 9 points, and I'm a good boy from April to July, and then I was talking to my manager about maybe getting some points, or then. No, what happened was I was told that I had like over 12 points.
Goodness.
Which was ridiculous. Like that was literally impossible because I hadn't been late, I hadn't been like tardy, I hadn't taken an absence. There was nothing there that should have given me any sort of point. And for some reason it just did. Like and apparently like apparently the system like glitched out or something, or like it just did something really strange with how I clocked in, because it just kept giving me points, and like it gave me points that it would have been impossible for me to get, like days that I didn't work.
What the fuck?
So you can already tell that this system is fucked, right?
It sounds like a very functional system that they should keep in place for long after. So this was what I was dealing with,
and it just didn't work, I guess. So it just flagged it in the system, and I would have gotten fired if not for me and my manager, talking and figuring it all out. So we figure it out, right? We get all that done. He's trying to get those points taken care of for me. Fast forward to July. This was, I think, this conversation, the conversation about like the weird points that I got, that happened back in like May.
Jeez.
So, fast forward to July. I get told out of nowhere, basically, that my manager's like, "Hey, Hunter, I got those points taken care of. You're all good. You should be you'll be at 9 now. So you should be, just fine. Should be nothing. Good to go. Thumbs up."
Oh yeah.
Literally gave me a thumbs up. I was like, okay, awesome. I like working here. I really do. I enjoy working here.
Good. I like working here.
Yeah. I enjoy working here. I don't want to leave. And that's all that. So I go on a 5-day vacation because I was going to a wedding. And I didn't get any points for that. But on Tuesday, it was a Tuesday, I remember this. It was the day before I went back to work on Wednesday.
Good things never happen on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Tuesday, day before I went into work on Wednesday, I get an email from my manager saying, "Please see this attached." And it's every single point that I've gotten in my entire career at being at this workplace.
Oof.
And he's like, "We need to figure out, we need to have like documentation or screenshots or something that can take away some of these points so you can continue to work here." And I'm like, "Did you just not tell me last week that I was fine?
I love that.
Did you not just you literally lied to my face. You gave me a thumbs up emoji, like either lying to me or not fully knowing if those points could be taken off."
That's always it's always something you want your manager to do.
And he's just like, it felt like partially that he was just covering his own ass for his mistakes, because back in May as well, I had jury duty, and my manager did it he didn't do it properly. He didn't like insert that information properly to HR. So I was given points for that as well.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
Also, what was that jury duty about? Was it anything cool? Like a murder case or something?
I guess a little side. The jury duty was about. It was an assault charge, but it wasn't like super exciting. It was.
You always love those exciting assault charges.
It really wasn't that big of a deal. It was these like younger kids that they were playing in a swing, where they were playing on a playground, and these kids were probably like 14, like 13, 14.
They should be tried as adults.
It wasn't them in trouble.
Oh.
And so I'm sorry to do a side tangent, but
I'm not. This was very interesting.
So it was these kids playing on a swing, they were at the swings, and there was a baby swing, and one of like the 13-year-olds climbed into the baby swing and got stuck. And this girl was just like screaming and just yelling and like shouting like obscenities.
Shouting obscenities.
Yeah.
like what? Heck. Crap.
No,
I'm
like
stuck.
apparently she was like swearing and stuff.
Oh, God.
Which like, it was.
No wonder they're in court.
So yeah, this girl was shouting a bunch of swear words and being all causing a ruckus. And apparently there was like this older lady that lived nearby the park, and she could hear all this. And this girl was like screaming for like 20-25 minutes. And just being a nuisance.
Well, no wonder that old lady came over and walloped her ass.
Yeah, so this
That's what I would do.
So this older lady comes out, and she's like, she goes up to them and is like, "You need to stop, being so loud and causing a ruckus for everyone else." Very normal request.
Of course.
But what happened was, the girl in the swing kind of like pushed herself back.
Ooh.
And she's in a swing, so she would like just get pushed forward.
Yeah.
She would go forward because it's a fucking swing. And she kind of like hit, or she like almost hit the older lady.
Ooh.
And the older lady didn't really like that, so she like kind of like pushed, she like put her hand out and like kind of like tried to push the girl in the swing. And then the younger girl in the younger girl was like holding her hand out to like, I don't know, avoid this woman's attacks. And basically the we were debating on whether it was whether she intended on like we weren't arguing whether she did it or not, because there was like a video that one of them took that like obviously showed like her, you know,
assaulting
going
a
up,
minor.
well, going up to them. But we were debating basically whether she intended on doing harm to those kids. That's what we were debating.
Well,
we ended up doing not guilty.
You see, that's a very good one. If it was me up in that jury, I would be fully on that woman's side. Like you should approach children with the intent of hurting them.
Yeah,
physically,
well, we didn't.
Not mentally.
It didn't seem like she was.
Like
it was very petty. It was a very petty case.
Yeah,
it
sounds like
it
the
was
most
kind of
nothing
boring.
burger case
Well,
of
no,
all time.
okay. It wasn't. No, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was boring. It definitely wasn't boring. It was pretty cool. But like the whole process was actually pretty cool. But it was enjoyable. I was only there for like 4 hours. It was nice.
I haven't done my jury duty yet. My state mandated
You will one
jury
day.
duty.
I hope you do one day.
I hope that the one day when I get it, it'll be something interesting, something I can turn into a story.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like just a fucking like traffic stop or some shit.
Yeah, no, it was a very nothing burger kind of crime, and it was pretty kind of petty. But
I want to get like the next OJ case or some shit.
I was kind of hoping it was going to be like something really serious.
Some brutal shit. You like see a woman with her head fully sawn off.
No, maybe not that much. But anyway, back to my job.
Oh yeah.
So I was basically lied to, right, by my manager about like not having over 12 points, but now I apparently do.
Of course.
Excuse me. Now I apparently do. Right?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm talking with him, and I don't have any fucking documentation or screenshots to like prove to like get these points taken care of, or any points taken care of. So he's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You can I'll give you your 2 weeks, which he wasn't allowed to fucking do because it seemed shady at the time because he
this whole thing seems so unprofessional.
Yeah, like I'm already terminated technically because I have over 12 points. He's not allowed to give me my 2 weeks. Anyway, I'll get to that in a second. He's like, I'll give you your 2 weeks, and then you can sign like put in your 2 weeks, and then you can come back in 90 days to basically you can get rehired. He'll mark me as rehired, and then I can be rehired. Simple, right? Very simple thing. I wouldn't have a job for like 3 months, but whatever.
Sounds like heaven to a gamer like me.
Of course. I come in, immediately I talk to him because I'm like, we need to get this resolved or something, because I was gonna sign my 2 weeks notice at the time. And so I was gonna sign my 2 weeks notice, and my manager's like, okay, I can't give you your 2 weeks. I can only give you until Sunday. That's the farthest I can push it. It was Thursday at the time. He was like, I can give you till Sunday. I don't know if you can be rehired now because of they might not rehire someone who's pointed out.
I mean,
right?
your transgressions are unforgivable. So I fully understand.
Being a minute late and fucking taking absences.
Yeah, I mean, clearly you are a
like after calling in.
Yeah, you
like that's
are not a trustworthy employee.
I guess not. It was some stinky bullshit is what it was.
It was. I was there.
Yeah, you were there,
pulling the strings the whole time.
Yeah. My manager is on the phone with HR, talking to them, and I did go to HR. Like everyone told me to go to HR to try to get figure this out. So I went to HR, and they were like, they told me that they couldn't really do anything, obviously, because they're fucking HR. They're useless.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but HR is like one of the most useless fucking departments.
Shout out to HR. Fuck you.
You work at HR if you're not good at anything else in a business. I genuinely believe that. Anyway, regardless of that, so we go to HR, and the lady's like, yeah, we're kind of like, so basically how it works is they're more like guidance to the managers. So like if someone is like absent or something, they go the the managers go to HR, basically be like, hey, what's the protocol for this, or what's the protocol for this? What points do I give them for this? They're basically like guidance. They don't like actually touch the points or give out points or anything like that.
That's wild. I feel like if you were a competent manager, you would just know that.
Yeah, that's
you
all.
wouldn't have to fucking go to your
all
mom
the managers
and be
right?
like, "Hey, what's Hunter didn't he showed up 0.2 seconds late. How many points should I give him today?"
Yeah, so
1. Okay, thanks.
So this conversation with HR happened before my shift on Thursday. And then, he told me that he could only give me till Sunday. And then I come back from calling my mom, and he says that he was also on the phone with HR. And he said, here's what I can do. We can keep you at 13 points, and you can continue working here.
Whoa. You're a special boy.
Big, yeah. Not everyone not everyone gets that opportunity, right?
It's because you're white.
Maybe. but you cannot make a single mistake for like months, or else you're gone.
Sounds like a worthwhile proposition, if you ask me.
And keep in mind, not only did we have that whole fiasco that I talked about earlier, like 3 minutes ago, about these like points getting added to my thing, like glitching out and adding a shit ton of points to my record without me doing anything. Not only did that happen, but there was also 2 points from May and June that were like tardies, which was, I know for a fact I was not fucking late. I was not there. I was really good from April to July to try to get some points off, because if you're good for like 3 months, you get a point, you get like half a point off or something like that.
Yeah.
And the points don't go away until a year after you get them. So if I get a point on July 15th, I have to wait until July 15th, 2026 to get rid of that fucking point.
That's awesome, dude.
It's awesome. It's an awesome fucking
cool.
system.
That's a really good system. I'm so glad that the big company has such an awful system of management.
It's so
cool.
It's so fucking unfair, and it's so another thing that happened.
Oh boy!
Before I get to the big reveal of what happened,
who could guess?
So one day I go on break, and we have an employee buffet. So we get a bunch of like really like little tiny bit better than cafeteria food. Kind of. Some of the food was pretty good, but most of it was like a little above cafeteria food.
Did they have any Caesar salads?
I think you could make one. They had like a whole salad bar. Caesar salad is pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's a good salad. It's like the most bare minimum of a salad you can make. This is pretty good.
It's really good. I'm a big fan of a big fan of Caesar because of that place that I worked at. It was good.
It's a good salad.
Anyway,
anyways.
So I was at the employee buffet, and we could get like as much food as we want, but I just got like a dessert, and I thought what it was like a chocolate mousse with like whipped cream on top. It was kind of one of those cakes.
Scrumptious.
It wasn't chocolate. It was peanut butter. And I didn't know that and the reason I didn't know that was because it wasn't marked as an allergen.
Yikes.
It wasn't marked as having peanuts or having peanut butter or having any sort of allergen whatsoever. It was not marked at all, which I'm pretty sure is like illegal. And I don't want to say it's illegal, but like it feels illegal, right?
There should definitely be some kind of...
There really should be, some
even
kind
if
of...
there's not like hey, this has peanuts, there should at least be like a description or like a little name tag on it. Like,
there should
hey,
be something that says contains
mousse.
nuts or contains peanut butter or something like that. So I eat a bite, and my throat gets all... luckily, it doesn't fucking kill me.
Yeah, that would have been a real quick end of the podcast.
Yeah, so peanuts don't kill me. It makes my throat super irritated, and like kind of it closes up, but I can like still breathe. But like it feels really, really uncomfortable. It kind of feels like, I don't know how to describe it.
It's like when your throat closes.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, my throat like kind of swells up on the inside and gets like just it's not fun. And then I threw up twice, and I had to go home for that. I had to leave my job and go home for that.
Well, you know what that sounds like to me?
What?
Sounds like 1 point
It does sound like 1 point, which is what I fucking got for it. I got 1 point because of something that was completely out of my control, something that was completely their fault, 100,000,000% their fault. I get a fucking point for it. It was one of the most like just unfair things I think I've ever experienced in my fucking life. And the reason I got that point was because it wasn't a business leave, quote unquote, business leave. I'm putting quotation marks in the air right now. Oh my God, you're putting me at a fucking rant mode again, like I did last time. Anyway, yeah, so I get a point for that because it's not a business leave and because my fucking manager didn't mark it as one. Like it doesn't matter if if your leg got it was because if you leave like 4 hours, like because usually all the shifts are like 8 hours minimum. So like if you left in the first like 4 hours or so, like the first half of your shift, you'd get a point if you left.
Sounds fair.
So if you leave in the second half, so like if your fucking arm was sawed off, if you didn't have an arm anymore, if you stuck your entire hand into the deep fryer and it was 2 minutes before halftime, you get a point for it, and it's the stupidest fucking thing, and I feel like it was probably more my manager's fault for not marking it correctly and not marking it, but I don't know, and I still got a point for that. And then I'm losing steam real quick here. So that was one of my points. And even if I could take it off, and we could have probably taken it off, it wouldn't have mattered. Like I would have still had like way too many points for some fucking reason. So
it's because you're slacking off before the job,
I guess.
Yeah.
So then
you gotta work harder, buddy.
Yeah. So then. Yeah, I guess Gen Z just needs to work harder.
Yeah, you're lazy. Gen Z doesn't want to work.
Yeah, we don't want to work. Yep.
Speaking of not wanting to work, I think we'll jump to a little ad break real quick.
Well, I need to explain what happened at the end
Well,
first.
you can explain after these ads. My ass cheeks fell asleep, and now have you ever had that where like your ass falls asleep? And
you weren't even. You were sitting on the floor. I was like you were on the toilet for like 2 seconds.
No. My ass cheeks fell asleep, and now the tip of my cock is tingling.
Oh,
I don't know if you've ever gotten that before.
I think that's all you.
It's a very strange feeling because it's my ass cheeks that are asleep, but the bell end of my penis is feeling a little strange.
That's great to know.
Anyways, those were some good ads.
Anyway, yeah. So we'll get to the grand finale of this story.
Yeah.
Basically, I didn't stay.
Well, that was quite the grand finale.
I left because I didn't trust my manager.
I wouldn't either,
and I didn't trust the system that was put in place because I knew that if I kept working there, I would have had to I would have had to deal with the stress of being just perfect.
Of course.
I don't remember. Anyway, I left.
All right. We can kind of shift gears if you don't have much else to say.
Yeah.
I was taking a piss, I just happened to check in your shower because that's where I like to piss. It's just there's more room, but I couldn't help but notice that you are a waffle stomper. You wanna tell the audience about that? I couldn't help but notice that you shit down the drain and
I just need to clean my shower. I don't know why it's like dirty.
Well, it's because you take a shit and then you stomp it down the drain.
That's not what I do.
Don't tell me you don't. I saw it.
It's not shit. And he's lying.
What else is sticky, stinky, and brown?
It's not brown.
Well, I mean, there isn't anymore because I cleaned it off with my piss stream.
Lying. I will say, my shower is not the cleanest right now. I need to clean it because I don't know what the fuck even happened. But yeah,
I would just suggest when you have to shit, do it in the toilet, not down the drain.
Shit. It doesn't even look remotely like shit. It's sand.
It could have been maybe on that one day that
I know what you're talking about. It's sand. It's sand from the beach that just won't go down the fucking drain.
It was. I think I saw like chunks of like yellow in the brown.
Okay, can we talk about something else? Because it's not shit.
Okay. We'll put a pin in that, and we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how Hunter's waffle stomping habits develop. So I saw Fantastic Four: First Steps a second time with my brother and father. Gotta say, I'm a big fan of the movie. I like it a lot. But we were sitting down, in our theater, and then this old fucking hag, this stupid bitch, with her old husband, they come right next to us, and this old fucking whore, I tell you, this goddamn battle axe. She like stares at me all offended because perhaps I was sitting in her chair. I don't know to this day. But maybe in her universe, I was sitting in her chair. And so she just kind of stood there at me, and I made sure to not make any eye contact. I just stood there, stoically staring at the screen. I saw her wide, very large figure in the peripherals of my eyes.
Yeah.
And I heard her very reasonable husband say, just relax, we'll sit here. And then this fucking harpy, this goddamn succubus from the ninth circle of hell. I tell you what, she says, Jesus Christ, and then fucking sits in the next seat over. It's like I cannot fucking.
Wait, she sits right next to you?
In the seat. It was like one seat over.
Oh.
I don't know if it was because she just didn't like my stench, which fair enough. but this woman was so offended that I just existed in that fucking theater, and I cannot fucking stand old people. I hate them so much. Like I had this old saying with one of my old coworkers because I work in food service, so I see old people a lot.
Yep.
And I formed this hypothesis that there are only really nice, sweet, cute old people, or they're the absolute worst scumbags of the earth. There is no in between. It is probably one of the hardest black and white type situations on this planet. There are only nice old people, and there are only atrocious, disgusting, awful old people. There's no just like normal ones.
Yeah, fuck old people.
Fuck old people. They are some of the most
I'll give a little more
entitled pieces of shit on the planet.
A little more information about the job that I just talked about. It was a food service place, and it was our demographic was old people. It was a cafe, so it was
in a casino.
Yeah, in a casino.
Yeah.
Like I guess I didn't mention that. But yeah. It was a cafe, and it was, basically all old people.
Yeah, what a lovely bunch.
Some of the shit that would just come back, and the servers would say, and it's just the way that they were treated, and I actually have a friend from where I worked there, and she's been telling me some stories about how fucking useless. There's this one kid actually that. Yeah, actually, I feel like you'll relate to this actually, or you'll know like more about what I'm about to say.
Probably.
But there's this kid. I won't say his name.
Ethan.
Maybe I will. We'll just call him Trevor.
Okay, Trevor. Yeah.
That's definitely that's definitely not his name.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
We'll call him Trevor. So this kid, He's supposed to be a food runner. He's supposed to be in the kitchen.
Respectable job. I just want to say, food runners of the world, we all respect you and we appreciate you.
And we don't have
Keep doing
enough.
what you're doing. Yeah, there's never enough of them.
Yeah, we don't have enough in our kitchen.
That's why I'm the goddamn best expo in the world.
Yeah. So he's supposed to be a food runner, and he's supposed to do is just take the food, put it on the big oval thing, and then take it out on one hand. To the old fuckers, the people that are on their way out, right? That's the job.
Old geriatric dinosaurs.
Well, apparently he doesn't feel like doing any work, so he was whining to or they put him on the host stand one day, and you know, where the customers, you know, that's the
course.
first thing they see.
Yeah.
So apparently he just liked that job so much that he just doesn't want to do anything else.
Because it's easy.
And all he will do, he will be on his phone at the host stand.
Goodness.
At the host stand.
Yikes.
At like, didn't you say you were at the host stand at one point?
Yeah, I've been at the
place
host
you
stand.
worked.
It is like, you know, it's probably not as busy as the casino. So there's the occasional time where the hosts will have their phones out for a minute. But as soon as someone walks in that door, you shut that shit off.
Yeah.
And you put that out of sight.
Yeah,
It's like you do not have that shit at the stand.
Well, it was different with the place that you worked and the place that I worked because you know
I
customer,
just want to say this. I am under the incredible benefit that I didn't realize that I had of working for a small business.
Yeah.
There is so much that there's no bullshit. It is so straightforward and simple.
Yeah.
If you want to work at a place that you don't hate, work at a small business.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Yeah, so he would be there on the host stand on his phone. And again, it was different for you guys compared to us because like the customers would have to walk through some doors to get to the host stand, right? So you know, but they wouldn't see you right away. Mm-hmm. With the casino, it's open. It's completely open. You're not opening any doors to get into our restaurant. It's right there. You pass by it as you walk through the casino. So everyone can fucking see you on your phone.
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
Keep that shit away, bro. That Pokestop ain't worth it.
So it's different in that aspect as well, which just makes it worse. So this kid would just be on his fucking phone, and the girl who I'm friends with, he was like complaining about something. I don't remember what it was, and at the host stand,
Of course.
and he was texting this girl that I'm friends with, and she's a manager. And he was texting with her, and she was like, "Brother, get off your fucking phone. Why are you texting me?" And he's like, "I'm not going to be on my phone or anything." And the girl is like, "You are. You're literally texting me right now." And it was just the funniest shit. And then one day I'm working. He gets taken off the host stand because nobody likes him. That's a whole thing that I'll get to in a second. But nobody wants him on the fucking host stand. I'll get to it right now. Everything that everyone else can do, he does 3 times slower. If you ask him to do basically anything, he does it in the fucking slowest thing, and he's like this fat motherfucker.
God, I hate fat
people. And he talks to it, like all he does is just text his mom on his phone because he's like a little mommy's boy.
Aww.
Apparently. Like you could definitely see what kind of kid he was back in high school. So yeah, nobody liked him on the host stand because he was just slow and he didn't do his job. So they they put him on the girl. I'll call her like fucking. I'll call her C.
C.
So C takes him off the host stand and puts him on a food runner position in the kitchen, right?
God.
Instead, he does that for like 10 minutes, and then he goes up to C, and he's like, my finger hurts, so I can't. My pointer finger really hurts from gaming last night. He really did this shit.
I had a pretty hard raid last
Genuinely
night.
did this shit. I heard it too. He's like, my finger started really hurting from gaming last night. And in C's head, she was like,
Jesus Christ.
well, no shit. All you do is play video games and drink root beer all day. Like, he has a water.
Sounds like 14 years old.
He has a water bottle, and it's only filled with root beer all the time. And it's so funny. It's so fucking funny.
Have you ever put like soda in a? Well, no, you haven't because you're a pussy.
No.
But you ever like put that shit in a water bottle and then you seal it and then it opens it? Like you open it and it fucking explodes.
No.
It's cool.
No, I've never done that. But
You should.
yeah, so he said his finger fucking hurt, so he couldn't run food.
The new Destiny update came out last night. I had to play it.
At that point, she put him back on the host stand. She was like, "I'm not gonna fucking deal with this shit." And then I'm talking with her because her and I are good friends, and she was like, "I'm just gonna fucking send him home."
Giving him exactly what he wants.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he wants, but so then she told him to leave, and it seemed like he kind of realized at that point, like, oh, nobody wants me here, so I'm getting sent home. So then he like went out and he left, and he just fucking causing more problems for everyone else. But like, nobody will fire him. Like, see, the manager that I'm talking about, she can't fire him. She doesn't have the authority to.
Well, maybe she should walk up to HR and ask him.
No, she's mentioned.
Can I please fire him?
Yeah, she's mentioned this to the higher up managers, like, because there's like 3 or 4 front of house managers and then like 4 back of the house. So there's 4 front of house, 4 back of the house. There's like 8 managers. There's 8 managers in this fucking restaurant.
I think I can see why it's such a mess.
Yeah, so she goes up to the higher up managers, and they're like, they just like take pity on him, so they don't fire him.
That's good.
Yeah, it's some stupid bullshit, and he's still not fired, and she complained about him yesterday. I forget what he did, but
he was jerking off in the employee bathroom.
I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy. There's a lot of interesting things that I heard about that job, but
dude, if I was a fucking manager and the food runner comes to me, I can't do my job because I hurt my finger gaming last night. I'd fire him on the spot.
Yeah.
Instantly. Get the fuck out.
I'd be like Gordon Ramsay kicking someone out of his restaurant.
I'd be like spitting in their face at that point. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that is wild. You know,
I can't believe he tried that shit too. It was like
not only did he try to get out of it, but his excuse was my index finger hurts from gaming.
We joked about it the whole. I told my other coworkers about it. We like joked about it the whole. I was like, I went up to C. She was like running some food, and I went up to C and I was like, hey, so my tooth hurts, like one of my molars, so I can't cook. And she was like, "Oh, I see. I didn't know it was that serious. We're gonna send you home." And I was like, "Oh yeah, thank you." So I went home. No, I didn't, but it would have been funny if I did.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, I shitty coworkers.
Yeah, I hope my higher ups don't listen to this. I've used my fair share of bullshit excuses to get out of.
I have too. I think everyone has
before, you know. But I've never walked up to my manager like whimpering and holding my finger. I was gaming too much. I hurt my finger gaming. I was like a bad mouse.
Yeah, I shit you not. That's what he said, and I cannot believe
I had a 2-hour league match last night.
And dude. Oh my god. There was also one time this is just going to be a whole job stories video, but
I don't think I've ever been there for job stories episode. Every time you've done one. I don't think so. Every time you've done one, it's been with someone else.
Technically my third one.
This is my first after
we count this
5 years of podcasting.
True.
And 5 years of having a job.
Yeah.
This is my first job stories.
Well, there was this one time where I needed to make some over hard eggs. So it was just like cooking the yolk all the way through and just flipping it over. Super easy shit, right?
Oh yeah, I just want to say this super quick. If you are ever at a restaurant and you do like some crazy stupid mod, you are being made fun of in the kitchen.
Yeah, no, you are.
You are being made fun of, and everyone is calling you a fucking idiot. I just really want that to be clear to anyone who thinks they can mod shit.
I don't think people understand, like regular customers who don't work in food service or have never worked in food service. I don't think they understand how much we make fun of you.
Yeah. Or another thing, like normal people, they think they are goddamn comedians.
Yeah.
Like and you know, I'm expo/food runner because usually I have to just do that shit myself, which is fine, whatever. But I've brought my fair share of food to people, and they're basically NPCs. They'll all say the same shit. It's like, you know, I'll name the items that I'm giving out, you know, so people know what they're getting. Yeah. And then, you know, there's one person left, so I don't necessarily have to ask, oh, who's this for? And maybe like 1 out of every 3 times, someone will be like, "Oh, what's that shit called when you knock like deduction and shit, you know, or process of elimination? That is the shit. I hear that shit So many got like at least once a week.
People say that
Constantly. I'll be handing the last fucking tray out. They're like, process of elimination, right? And I'm like, haha, yeah. Fucking obviously. That's how this works.
It's not like I don't hear that every five. It wasn't like I heard that in the last 5 tables.
Exactly.
It's
it's like they'll, and obviously there's no way for them to know, and I don't exactly blame them for that. But people will say the exact same shit verbatim constantly.
Yeah.
Like it's almost impressive that they just have like the same lines queued up over and over again. It is impressive just like how much of NPCs like customers are.
Yeah.
And that might sound like some
that's not caring about the customer. But
I don't care.
Genuinely we do make fun of you.
Yeah,
you will be made fun of.
And I do see customers as cattle.
I'm sure me and Eric have been made fun of at fucking McDonald's or something.
Yeah, but after I order 6 McChickens and two cheeseburgers.
Yeah, no, like if I saw that order on the screen, I'd be like, look at this fat fuck.
Yeah, and you'd be
like,
right.
Look at this fucker.
You'd be right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say, and I would move on. I would I'll make your order, but I'm not gonna I'm gonna make fun of you. Anyway, back to the egg story. Yeah, I was making some over hard eggs. We didn't have like proper spatulas. All we had was like rubber spatulas, so it would have been like kind of hard to like flip over the egg because it's slippery, and we were using I was using oil to like butter the pan up to be able to flip them.
Well, you're supposed to use butter to butter a pan, not oil.
Well, yeah, oil them up and then so they wouldn't stick to the pan. So what my coworker would do was he would just like shimmy the pan and then just flip the egg, right?
Yeah.
Like a pro.
Yeah.
And I've never done that before, and I didn't trust myself.
It's actually a lot easier than
I don't think you know where this story's going. He was right next to me, and I was like, dude, I don't know if I trust myself to like, do the little shimmy pan thing and flip it because, I've never done it before. And I just don't trust myself. And he looks at me and he puts his hand on my shoulder and he's like, Hunter, sometimes we can't. Sometimes we're always, learning new things. This is something, you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. That's what he said to me. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a dramatic moment. I was like, you are so right. So I take one of the eggs, I crack it, and it completely fucking shatters onto the oven. And eggs are slippery when they come out of the shell, so it slides down into the burner. It slowly slides down into the burner, never to be seen again. And me and my coworker, we look at each other, and I look at it and I'm like, you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. And he's like, yup. And we both fucking cried. We were laughing so fucking hard.
Dude, eggs are just the biggest piece of bullshit on the planet.
It just completely, like, I did one tap on the fucking oven and it just completely shattered. And oh my god, it was.
If we ever make an animated show, that has to be one of the jokes. That has to be something.
Oh man, it was. So every time me and that coworker like fucked up in front of each other, we would look at each other and be like, you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. Oh man. that was one of the funniest things I think that happened there. It was so perfectly timed too. It was great.
I can imagine the shot in my head, just like the camera. It's like all zoomed in, following the.
I have another egg story with the exact same coworker too.
I love egg stories. I'm a big egghead.
Yeah. So this was before because the restaurant hadn't opened yet. So I was there and I was preparing some boiled eggs.
Yum.
And this was the first time I ever made boiled eggs. I learned a lot about eggs at this job.
At least you got one good thing out of it.
Yeah. So it was my first time ever, boiling eggs. And they're boiling and I'm doing it like my manager said. And I went up to him and I was like, hey dude, how do I know when they're like done? how do I like figure this out? And he's like, oh yeah, no problem. And we walk over there. We walk over to the pot that's boiling, and he reaches his fucking hand into the boiling water, and he reaches it in there and grabs an egg, and he's like, here, you got to do this. And at first I'm like, holy shit, this dude just fucking did this without like any reaction at all. He just reached in there and like grabbed it, and he puts the egg on there, and he like cracks it, and then he's like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that hurts so fucking bad. He looks at me, and I'm like, no shit, I thought you were like a superhuman for a second. You put your hand in okay, it wasn't like the burner was off, so like it wasn't like like simmering boiling, like
it was like a rolling boil.
It was just like sitting, like the water was still,
yeah,
but it was like just like still like really fucking hot,
yeah,
because it just came off the boiler, or the whatever is that what it's called?
The flame,
yeah, the flame. That's what I'm trying to say. Me and him just had like egg stories, I guess. Like every time me and him were around eggs, something funny would happen.
I have a hand burning story of my own. It's nowhere near as entertaining, but it is something notable that happened to me recently. I was just minding my own business, working the fryer, doing chips. I make some good chips. I do chips the right way. I get them nice golden brown, then I spray them real heavy with the lime juice, and then I coat it in salt. I don't skimp on those motherfuckers.
Yeah, no.
But this particular day, I was like jostling them in the fryer with the tongs. I got some extra long tongs to help the chips kind of move around so they don't stick together, because you never want like a sticky, uncooked like brick of chips. That shit's gross. And the tongs I had just put in the fryer, and I was setting them on the shelf rack thing right next to the fryer. And since they're long tongs, there's just a lot of surface area, and I didn't like put them far enough onto the shelf, so they fell like handle down. So it was like the hot tong part sticking up.
Yep.
And me being the fool that I was, I just instantly reached down and grabbed them and burned the ever-loving motherfucking shit out of my hand. Like it was so fucking painful, I can't even begin to describe it. Thank the Lord, the good heaven above, I had a glove on, because that I really think that saved me from having to go to the fucking hospital. Did
you just like you grabbed it and then you like just fucking shot it into the fryer?
No, well, no. So I grabbed it. I didn't even realize it was hot. It was just that hot. Like I didn't realize that it was.
Yeah, no.
hot.
Like when you like sometimes like your brain just doesn't register that like this was just in a fucking fryer.
Right. So I held it for like a good 2 seconds, and I realized, holy shit, this is the hottest thing I've ever had in my hand. So not only am I holding it, I didn't know what to do with it. So I was still holding it for another like maybe second.
Oh
and
my God.
I managed to like throw it onto the shelf, and the damage was like, it wasn't too bad. Like I got like two like pretty yucky burns like on the side of my hand, like basically the entire like half, like the right half of my right hand, my middle index and thumb were just burnt to shit on the insides. And it was incredibly painful. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad because, again, that glove. If I hadn't worn that glove, my skin would have just melted the fuck off.
Yeah, no, I know how hot fryers can be, especially like when you put something. I remember when I used to work at Culver's. One time, I didn't. Okay, to be fair, this is my first food service job.
Mm-hmm.
We were putting fries in there, and the fries were like frozen, so there's a little bit of ice in there. And you know what happens when you put ice in a fryer, right?
It gets a little sputtery.
It gets a little boily, gets a little, spats everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
I thought it would be cool to put like a whole cube of ice into the fryer.
Dumb piece of shit.
Because I thought it was cool,
yeah,
right?
It's cool.
I thought it was cool, and it
it
made a big noise, and it made a big like little thing. And my manager saw it, and he's like, "Don't do that again." And I'm like, he wasn't like mad or yelling at me, but he was like, "Do not do that again." I was like, "Why? It's pretty cool."
Let me just dump this whole bag.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I didn't know, but at the time, But I always said, like, you know, if I ever left, which I did, but like if I ever left, I would just take like a chunk of like a huge thing of ice and just dump it in the fryer and see what happened.
But why would you do that to Culver's? You know, I thought you
You're right.
loved it.
I do like Culver's.
Yeah, you love
It
it
is-
so
it
much
is
you
good.
put it in goddamn S tier.
I really thought I would hate Culver's after working there. That's
Yeah.
what I really thought, but no.
I think you would just like hate. I think most people just like hate food after they work there. Like if it the menu never changes, which I know Culver's never does, but like
Yeah.
or if it's just shitty food.
Well, the thing,
And I don't
like,
think Culver's has shitty food, so I think it would make sense.
I wanted to save money, so like I was the only one that actually like packed like a lunch. Like I didn't because
Wait,
the food wasn't free. We would have to.
Oh my God.
It was half off if we were working, and then like a 25% off if we weren't working. So we didn't even get free food.
Goodness.
So I brought to save money, which was a good thing. Like that, I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I would just bring my own lunch.
God, that must have been so depressing. Though, just like eating like a fucking turkey sandwich surrounded by cheese curds.
Honestly, no. We would have like a bunch of food just like left over that people just didn't get, like didn't pick up. Like there were like
Yeah.
mobile orders that were just never picked up sometimes.
I fucking love when that happens. When there's just like the fucked up order or something, you put that shit on the back table.
Oh yeah. No, it's like the best food. It's like the best food you ever had when you try that.
Yeah, genuinely. Like as I'm clocked in, sometimes food will taste better.
It hits just as much as when you go to the beach and you eat like a turkey Dorito and cheese sandwich.
I've always hated that.
That is
Like
on the beach, sitting on the beach, just fucking eating that and some Twizzlers. Oh my God.
It makes me.
It's like the best food you've ever had.
It makes me cringe thinking about being like wet and like getting my hands on a fucking Lay's chip bag. That awful like.
No, dude, chips on sandwiches
I might
are
just be
elite.
autistic, but
They're
I
so
cannot
good.
stand that textural experience.
They're so
of-
good.
of-
I
of
put
having
Takis
wet
on my sandwich
fingers.
one time.
Ooh, Takis. Ooh.
Takis on my sandwich was really, really good.
Like I fuck with chips in a sandwich, but not while I'm soaking wet. That shit.
Nah,
that
dude, that's-
shit is
that's
like
when it-
that is
that's-
the discomfort central.
That's when it hits different.
Yeah, it hits bad.
That's when it hits different.
Hits like a drunk
It hits
uncle.
amazing.
I was gonna say something and I totally forgot. It's probably the dementia kicking in.
Yeah. Well, it has been an hour.
It has been an hour.
Probably end this
End the
episode off
podcast
here.
yeah.
But we will. We do have more work stories, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll have
So-
some more videos coming out and shit. It'll be really awesome.
Yeah.
So-
Once Apple Schauce final. Also, I'll talk to you after we end this. But yeah. Anyway. Good luck to everyone in your golf tournament. Everyone that's listening.
Yeah.
And
good
then,
luck, Jerry, on your golf tournament.
Yeah, and then that'll be it from us from
Yeah.
Apple Schauce. So yeah.
See ya.
See ya.
Oh man, over already? I wish there was a way to watch more. Ooh, there is! Oh my gosh!